Here we are. We're actually live, and it's Saturday, and we're at Spirit Cars on BC, and this is going to be a new program, new segment that we're going to be doing. I'm going to call it the Saturday Night Live Special. And I think the way I'm going to do it is I may pre-record the video, whatever it is I'm going to do. I'm going to find something that I need to get out of my way, basically. The boys are working this Saturday. We're working on some big cars over here. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to go through this back room. We kind of pushed stuff here that we got built wrong, built extra. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's in my way. I don't need it here. I want this area so I can get in the back door and I can get into our sandblasting group. It's just, we got to do it. We got to some molds up here that we're not even using, which we got a 34 pickup, a Model A pickup, extended cab Model A pickup, phantom body. I mean, we don't plan on going into flat back canoe business, but I had that just because, and a lot of things. So I'm gonna try to make my way through here. So this should be interesting. I'm gonna fight my way through here. We got different stuff built wrong. Move to back. There we go. This is a Model A, 2829. We needed a bunch of 3031s. This one has got suicide door hinges. They built two 2829s with suicide doors, which is cool enough, but and it's got hidden hinges, but that's not what the customer wanted when they ordered it. So here it sits back here. This is moved to the back. This is looks like we built an A-rod. This is an A-rod. When we needed to build probably a 3031. Well, an A-rod is normally a 2829. That's what it is. So it's a little wider down here, which does not look bad at all. If you look at the 2829, this is kind of a difference. You can see how on the cowl section that dips in there, that makes the front of this just a little narrower. So it fits on a 27 chassis just perfect. Now again, that doesn't look bad at all, but when the customer ordered it, he ordered an A-rod, which is a 2829, and we built a 3031 and turned it into an A-rod. What makes it an A-rod for us, you can see this floor is channeled there. So it's channeled 3 inches, and fits on the 27 chassis. The 27 chassis is actually a little cheaper than the Model A chassis, but it's a different look. You've got a channel look. Really, you can't really put fenders on this car. This would be a fenderless car. I'm making a deal on this car right here. Now we're hoping corporate's not watching, because I want it gone. I can hardly move through here. This is just getting crazy. But I'm going to make my way through. Maybe we'll see some other stuff. We got fenders. So on our Model A, here you can see we don't even sell these. We should. If anybody's put fenders and running boards and all that together, you know how difficult it is to get everything lined up and put together. And you got the seams right here. You have a seam over here. I made one-piece fenders, fender running board package. It's all one piece. So we do have that for our Model A's. Fits nice. Also underneath it here, if you remember the old models, where the whole floor and the fenders and everything was one piece. Well, that's what I did here. For some reason, I've got the center of it in here, and this part of the mold is not built, but it's all one piece. So the whole floor, all the running boards, everything, you just drop your body onto it. And this is actually, so you can see in this car, the way this floor is kind of comes up where the seat riser is and all that. The bottom of this floor just drops onto what would be, this is turned upside down if this all makes sense to you. It's good to be dyslexic sometimes because you see everything inside out, upside down, and backwards. So basically, if you turn this over right here, all this, that body would just sit right on top of it. Your floor, your fenders, everything is done. It's easy to do. It's an idea I had. We never really marketed it, but this looks like a floor of a 5 window. No, that's, it is a 32. That's kind of what our 32 floor looks like. This is the first ever, and I've not even built it yet. I built a mold for a 32 Roadster. Something that we never had, because when Spirit started years ago, who was Spirit? Nobody even heard of Spirit. Everybody was doing a nice 32 Roadster, so why would I even want to compete in that market? So what we did, we went with T-buckets, and here's a 227 interior inserts. I guess I could probably use these instead of building new ones. But so we got a good line of T-buckets at 23, 27, C-cab, extended 23 with doors. We do a lot on the T-buckets. Never did the 32 Roadster. The last thing I did before I left was I built the mold for a 32 Roadster. You know, slicked one up, did it our way. They sold the body. We had we had somebody that wanted one. We built it, sold it, and I used it for a plug. I did it right, and I built a mold for the 32 Roadster. When I come back several months ago, I'm like, oh, cool. This mold is sitting here empty. Let's go ahead and build a car out of it, which we did. And I put another part in the mold to keep it clean. And so there it is, a 32 Roadster. Unbelievable. Spirit offered the 32 Roadster, something we've never done before. I want to go ahead and put the first one together though before I offer this, to make sure my doors work, my deck lid works. I want it to be I want to make sure it's a working car. Here's another 2829. Move to back. So all I did is make me a cluttered up mess here. It looks like well, we got some motorcycle molds for trailers. I've got fenders. That looks like that's a stock height Model A pickup truck, I think. It's all stuff that nobody knows we even have. So I got back here. How do I get over here? Let's go to the dealer today. I'm going to sell this A-Rod right here. And I'm going to put we get $4,500. That's with no steel. This has already got the deck lid swinging. It'll have all the parts, inner and outer doors. It's already got the metal in it. It doesn't come that way if you buy a DIY with it. It's got hidden hinges. This has got the regular doors. It's channeled to fit on a 27 frame. For $5,000, I will include all the parts, inner and outer, latches, all that. Power windows, I'll put that with it. And don't nobody tell corporate. And if you call and ask Josh about it, tell him BC said, because he's going to kind of give you some pushback. Do you see that? I didn't even have to crash through that door. Pretty amazing. I don't know if you watched the video on my first garage sale. We had it come through the wall. I forgot that this door was even here, because this used to be our parts room, and I had shelves all the way down this wall, and we took the shelves down. It was, wow. Used to be an exit and fire extinguisher and everything, so we have a door again. So what I got here, that Mullins trailer is sold, but we do offer Mullins trailer. I know we have one in the mold, and this is pretty much how they come. So let's stay focused. $5,000. Everything you need to build it, the body. But let me throw some more stuff in here. Here's some Model A sedans. What happened with these? Customer canceled, and I don't blame them. It took us too long. So now I have two bodies, which we will sell at some point. I mean, they're DIY bodies. One has the metal already, one doesn't have the metal. So if you're, they're both sedans. I don't believe it's a sedan delivery. No, we do offer a sedan delivery though. So those are available now. These are all kits that we're putting together ready to ship. So we've turned the parts room into a get it ready. Let's get it shipped here, and I'm gonna move the molds up into here. $5,000, you get all the stuff needed to build the body. But let's throw in a 27 frame. Here's a 27 frame, ready to go. Small block. It's got a small block for the 350 trans. Motor mounts are in, trans mounts in. Looks like it's set up for power steering. Everything you need right here. That body will fit right on that frame. I'm going to throw that frame in for $5,000. So you got $5,000 of 1930-31 5-window coupe A-Rod on a 27 frame. But let's not finish. Let's throw in a little bit more. Normally we use a 10 bolt from Chevy, but an 8.8 out of the Explorer is like a perfect rear end for that. We don't really use this one anymore, and 10 bolts are getting harder and harder to find, so I'm going to really move towards a 9-inch rear end, which would be something like this. This is our Model A, set up with a 9-inch. It'll be a 8.8, radius rods, all set up, brackets are on. It's a used rear end, but it's a good rear end. When we bought rear ends, we tried to get good ones. It looks like it's got drum brakes, but no guarantees on it. You're just getting the housing with the brackets, but good chance it works. So not only do you get a 1930-31 Model A 5-window A-Rod, all the parts, metal already installed, doors ready to go, deck lid's already swinging, put it all together, you get a 27 frame for it, there it is, and you get an 8.8 rear end ready to put under it. So what you need is a 4-inch drop axle, some radius rods for the front, and so you'll need a few more parts, but you have got the foundation for a pretty cool car. So there's the Saturday special. Again, don't tell corporate. I may be getting a call on this one. And if you do call in, tell Josh BC said, because he's going to tell you it's a lot more than that. And just tell him BC said, and if you don't believe you, tell him to ask me. So here's some stuff going out the door. I see we got a few people watching. I'm not looking at comments. I don't see what we got there, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to do a Saturday night special starting next week. At some point during the week, I'll kind of look around what we got, and I got a lot of stuff we need to get rid of. I'm calling it clutter. It's none of it's clutter. It's all cool stuff, but I'll probably pre-record the video, set it up for live. I lost you for a second, but I'm back. I'll probably pre-record it, and then we won't have to worry about losing the signal either. And pick a time where a lot of people are already watching YouTube, and I will monitor so I can upload it live, and I can monitor it then, and I'll watch the comments, and if somebody wants to comment, we can have a discussion. I won't be able to change what you're watching on the video, but we can talk about it. So that'll probably, I just really need to see what time y'all are watching, what's going to be a convenient time for me to do that every week. So here you are. If you're waiting for one of your T-kits, well, it's lined up here. I think we've got all the bodies built that we need to. Well, not one more, but it's being built, and it's the current one. Here's what that Model A will look like when you're all finished with it, although this is a Model A that goes on a regular frame. It's not an A-Rod. So there's our live Saturday special for today.